Hello friends, welcome to BScAgriculture. If you are coming to my channel for the first time, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button. So let's move to the video. In this video, we are going to see about fundamentals of soil science. I am going to cover the topic about the important rocks as well as the mineralogical compositions description. So let's move to the video. In this, I am going to tell about a small intro about minerals. So minerals are nothing but a naturally occurring solid which used to have a definite chemical composition as well as the crystalline structure present in them. And the definition, a perfect definition for minerals are a solid sequence which used to composed of atoms having an orderly and regularly arrangement is said to be called as minerals. So these are the definitions as well as the description about the minerals. So after that, we can able to classify minerals into 4 classifications. The first one is primary minerals, so which are said to be known as the origin compounds of rocks, and the secondary minerals are the minerals which are said to be formed from the changes made in the primary minerals by the environment. And after that, the third one is essential minerals, so which are said to be present as the chief constituents of the rocks. So without them, there is no rock present in them. And the auxiliary minerals, so the presence or absence does not change the characteristics of the rock, are said to be known as the accessory minerals. So these are the 4 different classifications we obtained in minerals. So after that, the first one, primary minerals. So while seeing about the primary minerals, we can even further classify them into 2 types. So the first one is ferro-magnesium minerals. So in ferro-magnesium minerals, you can able to remember them as the mineral compositions or else the rock composition used to combine have the minerals of ferrous. So the iron minerals are said to be present in these. So in this ferrous, we can even classify it into 2 types. So the ortho-silicates as well as phyllo-silicates. So these are the 2 types. So the olive, pylozanides, ambiboles, biotite, mucosite, these elements used to have the iron as the important component in them. And after that, the non-ferrous magnesium minerals. So in these minerals, they are said to be absence of iron minerals present in them. So these are feldspar, anthrite, albite, orthoclase, quartz. So these are the primary minerals classification. And after that, the secondary minerals. So while seeing about the secondary minerals, which are said to be other minerals than the primary minerals, comes under the secondary minerals. So they used to have the constituents of about 11.6% in the whole environment as well as in the earth. So the minerals are sodium, potassium, calcium, and some other minerals, non-metallic minerals, which used to constitute around 6% in the environment. So they are magnesium, iron, aluminum, and orthoxide. So these are how the secondary minerals are said to be classified. And after that, while seeing about the classification of minerals, we are now going to see about the physical properties of minerals. While listing about the properties or characters in the minerals, there are said to be around 12 properties which are said to be described as well as noted in this properties of minerals while studying by the scientists. So the first one is color. So while telling about the color, which used to tell about the nature of the minerals color, and which is said to be most obvious and reliable one in the minerals. For example, calcite used to have more colors, but sulfite and pyrite used to have same colors. So these are the first property. And the second one is streak. So while seeing as well as making the mineral to rub on the streak line as well as porcelain plate, they used to form a different color line. So it how the streak used to represent, and you can able to refer it as the color of the powder form of minerals. It's said to be known as streak. For example, hermite, which is said to be red in color, magnetite is black, as well as talc is said to be white in color. So it's how the streak used to be occur. And fractures and cleavage. So these are described by the ways of mineral break. So once the break is said to be fracture, is said to be known as the nature of the surface, which used to be result as the product of breakage in the minerals, and cleavage, which is said to be found in between the planes of the minerals. So these are said to be known as the cleavage planes. And after that, the hardness. So for defining hardness in different minerals, the more scale is said to be classified for its hardness. So on the hard, we can able to give the definition as how the mineral used to resist for the scratches is said to be known as hardness. So you can able to see the most hardness scale, and after that the luster. So luster is nothing but how the mineral reflects the light is said to be known as the luster, and the other is the crystalline form. So the crystalline form is nothing but the result of grouping of atoms that which are said to be homogeneous in nature is said to be known as the crystalline form. So a crystal is said to be a polyhedral form which is said to be in geometric form of the minerals. So while seeing about these forms, there are said to be around 6 basic crystal forms are said to be classified. They are isometric, tetragonal, hexagonal, orthorhombic, monolithic, as well as triclinic. So these are the 6 forms which we have studied as a crystal forms in minerals. And after that, taste. So it is used to identify the minerals halide. For example, salt, which is used to give some taste. And specific gravity, so which is said to be the characteristic related to the mineral's density. So while saying about that, if the mineral said to be is heavy for its size, it used to have high specific gravity. While seeing some small amount of minerals used to weight more than 100 grams, which you identify that the mineral used to have high specific gravity. And magnetism, so it is nothing but the mineral said to be attracted to the magnet is said to be known as magnetism. And effervescence, so once if the minerals are exposed to some acid, they begin to give the reaction of fuzz, so it is said to be known as effervescence. And Bayer fringes, it is also said to be known as the double reflection, the ability of the mineral to split the light into 2 different rays, or which is used to give an illusion of double vision is said to be known as birefringence. And it is also known as for example, Iceland spark calcite, which is used to give a double vision of 2 different rays when the light is passed through them. And fluorescence, so it is characteristics which is said to be found in some minerals, the phenomenon of photoluminescence. So when these minerals used to or exposed to UV light, they used to glow the light. So it is the characteristics of minerals in fluorescence. So I have given the lecture notes in description. So please comment about the video and join us in the Instagram page. If you like the video, like it and share it with your friends, and subscribe to BScAgriculture and hit the bell icon to get regular updates. So thanks for watching the video. I'll catch up in next videos.